I like the fundraiser.
Oh, the fundraiser.
Yeah, when Riley becomes like a mobster. And
Oh shit, I remember that.
he's like slinging dope like candy
Like
bars
candy
and
bars.
shit.
And he has like a
Yeah.
little white girl like hooking him up with it. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Get the whole business proposition set up and shit.
Yeah, and he ends up meeting with the mob, and he has to like kill the mob.
He's like, you yuck mouth.
Yeah, you yuck mouth. Dude, that show was insane.
I like the or there was a kick or dodgeball. It was a kickball
Yeah,
episode, right?
no,
Kickball
yeah,
episode.
kickball episode's good
That's
too.
where like they were playing against China for like the town.
And Huey didn't want to like
Bring it out again because he was a
nah,
monster.
yeah, that's right. He was trying to leave it in his past and shit.
The old kickball legend.
The-
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
he like killed a kid or like hurt a kid really bad or something like that.
Nah, the shorty came up, like a Chinese shorty came up, like looking for him, like, are you like the legend or whatever?
It
You
was
the
a
master?
chick, huh? Yeah.
And he's like, you must have me mistaken. She's like walking away. She like fucking launches the ball at his ass, and he like catches it hella slow and just like lets it down on the ground lightly, walks
Everything
away.
comes back to him at once. It's like Jesus.
Yeah. Nah, Huey's a wise man though.
He's like a monk or something, bro.
He's
He's just like an anarchist.
a domestic terrorist,
That's what it is. He's a domestic terrorist.
but he's really fucking smart.
Like what was it like the first episode of it was like the pilot episode when they go to the mansion and he goes he has that dream where he like gets all prolific with the white people and then like they have a riot and then he actually does it at the party. He's like George Bush did 9/11 da 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 and this and this and that and everyone's like aw he's so cute up there talking.
Yeah.
I haven't actually like watched all of Boondocks. I've only seen like certain episodes.
Everyone has those like the OG ones like Stink Meaner. The
Yeah.
Stink Meaner Chronicles.
Yeah, this thing. Yeah, I saw that episode
It gives him
yesterday
the
too.
exorcism and shit like that.
Yeah, he's like beating him with books and shit. That was a good episode.
He killed his ass too, and then like all the old folks that like
Oh, the Furious 3 or whatever they're called.
yeah,
Or the,
it was like they came to avenge him, but then like
They
upon,
equally hated
upon
him,
further
too.
realization, they were like, Stink Meaner was our nigga, but we don't need a reason to fuck shit up. Like, like, you know, they just came through like destroying shit.
Was it Uncle Ruckus?
Yeah, Uncle Ruck is crazy. Uncle Ruck has got nunchuck moves though, like seriously. He's a master of the nunchaku.
Nunchaku?
Yeah,
Didn't you used to have a pair of nunchucks?
I thought you were asking me.
Dude,
I'm like,
maybe.
No, you did, bro.
Did
I remember them actually. Yeah, you did have a pair of nunchucks when you were doing karate and shit.
Oh shit!
That's hard.
I think I did have nunchucks.
They weren't like hard.
They were like the
black.
the plastic ones.
They were like black foamy ones, kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah.
Like plastic and foam.
Yeah, but you can swing them bitches around and still
I mean, it's gonna hurt if you
hit
get hit by
yourself
it.
pretty hard.
The chains were still there though, like they're
It wasn't.
metal.
I think
It
it was
was
like
rope.
yeah, like
it was like a nylon.
Oh,
rope,
interesting.
You know, because it's like they're supposed to be like practice ones.
That's pretty cool.
I always forget you did karate though.
I did do karate. That was a fun time.
How old are you again?
Dude, I was like 5 or 6.
Oh, I did it around then too.
I did it in
So you guys are lucky. My mom never would let me do anything like
anything fighting.
that. Like fighting.
My sensei was a dumbass.
I told my mom.
My sensei was equally a dumbass.
Yeah.
I told my mom I want to do boxing. She's like, no. I was like, all right, whatever.
You just because you'd be thinking you could flex that power, you know. As a young kid, you're like, I could really fuck somebody up with this.
No, for real.
Boxing's fine, but you typically gotta like. There's gotta be some deep reason to get into it.
I mean,
kids don't usually just want to do boxing. It's like they have to.
Well, me and my cousin, then like our family members would just like make us box each other, like train us and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we did a little bit of boxing.
Throw some hands.
See what you got, baby.
I remember one time we were getting into it. We were like fighting in the patio with the boxing gloves, and I had like the bigger gloves on. And he got fucking, my cousin Robert got pissed at me. He's like, you got the big gloves, that's why you beat me, yada, yada. We switched gloves, I still made his nose
still
bleed.
rocking.
It's like, all right, I'm just better than you.
How
He's
you
a sore
suck.
loser.
So loser.
Nah, I'm a sore loser, though.
So am I.
I don't like to lose.
No. Me and Nikki had this conversation today. She was like, you know, people don't want to play with you because you're too competitive. And I'm like, I don't like to lose. I'm like, what's the point of playing the game if you're not trying to win? And they're like, she's like, it's about having fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's a lot of that into it, but I have fun when I'm winning.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have a lot of fun when I'm winning.
I mean, you always want to win, you know.
You know, it's just that subconscious shit.
I
Like,
could take a loss with dignity now, but I used to be a real bad.
I mean,
loser.
taking a loss is one thing, but like being like I don't even know what the word is. Okay with it is like you shouldn't like to lose. Like you shouldn't be like, like accepting it is one
learn.
thing.
Yeah, nah. I've learned to just I can take it with dignity. You know, I can laugh it off. But I was fucking busting the tears when I was little, like off a
Were you-
fucking loss. Yeah.
were you like an angry crier as a kid? You know what I mean? Like when like and you just be fucking bawling.
I used to get like that.
I've always been a really like. I used to kind of like get like that when I was baby, but I've become like a real stone faced crier as I've gotten older.
The one tear.
Yeah, that's how I cry.
I haven't cried in forever. I don't really. Crying is not a default emotion for me. I remember having this talk with my mom back in the day too. I was like, yeah, I kind of have to take like shrooms and acid to like want to like feel
that heavy emotion.
feel the need to cry or something
like
like
that wave of emotion that hits you.
But now, like look back at it, I don't think that was ever a bad thing because I think society or whatever just makes it seem like everyone's crying and it's okay. And now I look back at it, I was like, I just wasn't a pussy back then. So
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like it's 100% okay to show emotions, but like, you know, it's just like understanding and dealing with those emotions and like not letting those emotions be your whole personality.
You just gotta like learn through life too. Like as a kid, you're not used to like certain bullshit coming your way and stuff. So you might cry or whatever, but you learn and you just like you get over shit. You know, you harden up.
I remember crying a lot when my dog died.
That makes sense though.
Like, as a kid, I was bawling when my dog died.
I can remember the last time I was like, he was like dry heaving. He was crying so hard. You remember that? You just be crying.
Start throwing up.
Yeah, he was like almost throwing up and shit. Like I remember, cause dude, I'll tell you what, my fucking my mom got this dog, and then I was raising this fucking dog for like 6 months, and then we went to my cousin's house in LA, and she was like, yeah, we're gonna take Remy. He's gonna go play with Sahida's dog that she's getting for her birthday. So
Remy?
that'd be really nice. And I was like, oh man, that's a good idea. My dog, he deserves to have a little fun. And then we're getting in the car, and I'm like, hey, let me just pack up Remy. And she's like, Remy's not coming back with us.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
And I was like, what? And she was like, he's not coming back. He's going to stay here.
Well, this is in TJ?
No, bro, it's in L.A., bro. We drove all the way up to
I didn't hear
L.A. and
that.
fucking...
I was about to say...
And left your dog out there?
And left my dog out there.
Shit.
That dog lived a long-ass life, too. I was like, I was happy that he went to a good family. But I was pissed. That was my fucking dog.
It's like your first experience of, like, abandonment.
It was a grief. I was, like, hurt. I was like, I took care of him. I picked up his
Betrayal.
shit. Like, I was the one teaching him, like, give me the paw. And you know what I mean? Like, and, like... That dog loved me so much that when I would walk to school, he would follow me, because he would like our gate was only like this
What
high.
kind of dog was it?
Dude, he looked like the only way to describe him is he looked like a throw pillow. You know what I mean? Like he was just like a
Shaggy?
big, like a shag pillow basically. He was like this big,
White?
Some kind of terrier or something.
some shit
It's
like
a
that.
whore dog right there.
And that's he was a mutt for sure.
I mean, like, all the whores have that kind of dog. Like a white, fluffy dog with brown shit in its eyes.
Brown shit. It's always like mad crying. They never clean it up.
You mean like a curly hair one, like a doodle?
Yeah.
Doodles apparently
Just like small little, like, scruffy little dogs, you know?
Oh,
like
yeah, I
little
don't
white
know.
dogs.
Apparently, Doodle's got like mad anger issues. They're very aggressive dogs.
Well, the thing with doodles is like they're called doodles because it's like a poodle mixed with something, you know. So it's just easy to call it a doodle. But
Just throw it into that mix.
they're all different, yeah. Like there's a doodle I have at work who's like he's got a really good bond with me. There's certain few dogs that if something were to happen with them, I'd definitely fucking be in my feelings about that shit.
Remy's probably dead, though.
Remy is dead now. I found that out like last family party we went to. No, I went to a funeral. I found this at a funeral. I was like asking Sita, I'm like, hey cousin, like how's Remy doing? And she was like, oh, he passed away like last year. And I was like, damn, you get to say goodbye.
Just the whole death, just a death function, huh?
I was like, yeah, everyone, yeah.
I think I've been to one funeral.
I've been to a lot of funerals.
Yeah,
I've been
me
like,
too.
Been like 4 or 5.
And I was like running around. I was a little kid, so you gotta know what's going on, you know?
Yeah, it's kind
Kinda just there.
It's kind of fun as a kid. You don't know what's going on.
Everyone just together. You're like, oh shit, my whole
Everything's
family's
fun
here.
as a kid. Like
Yeah.
at church, I would just be eating grapes and drawing and shit.
Yeah, you know, just having,
As
having a good
kid,
time.
Being in like the Catholic Church, I always wanted some of that, you know, the body of Christ, the little bread
Oh, the little
that they be
crisp.
passing out.
The little
Yo,
Crispies?
I always wanted to taste that shit so bad as a kid, and when I got older, I realized that it don't taste like nothing.
It don't- yeah.
I'm like, damn, bro,
Damn near air.
that shit was nothing. Yeah,
You're like, damn, I wasn't even full from it. You know what I mean? You're like, dang.
There's supposed to be like a whole rule too, where like
With
you
the
gotta.
little red cup of
You
little
have to eat it.
of cranberry juice, or was it wine?
No, we passed around. It was a chalice of wine, and everybody.
Oh, that's like old school Catholic.
Yeah, and everybody touched their lips to it. No one really like drank it, but
What was the point?
it's just like a symbolic thing. The blood of Christ.
You just
So
got a little bit on your lips.
Everyone's got herpes.
Because it's like,
One person got syphilis. Everybody got syphilis now.
I mean, everybody didn't do it though. Like the kids couldn't, but like the older folks, I guess. Whoever wanted to go up, and get the little kiss the wine, I guess they could do it.
It's like the one guy who can't get alcohol. He's like,
Sundays, baby. They're like, Mark, chill out. And he's just like.
And they would like clean it off between people too, but I never tried it.
no, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Not if everyone's putting their mouth on it. Even as a kid, I'd be like, waterfall.
Yeah.
Waterfall that.
Because
Come on, waterfall that.
kids, they drinking it like this.
Oh, the backwash? The backwash
bro.
kids?
You got little like food things in your Sprite. It's like, bro, what
God,
the
that's
fuck?
Ava right now. I was like, Ava's like, daddy's water. I'm like, no, baby. You have your own water.
Yeah.
'Cause, I'd be liking my water a little different. Like, I'd be putting like crushed ice in that shit and like filling it up to the top.
Little cucumber, huh?
Lucky sometimes. Shit, you're right. You're right on the nose. I love cucumber water.
I put
Yeah.
lemon in my shit.
Cucumber water is
I
so
always-
good for you.
I always get lemon in my stuff, but I like to switch it up a little sometimes.
Because that cucumber is
You
just
do
like
cucumber sometimes.
Yeah, I'll go cucumber sometimes.
because it
but
makes
most
this
of the
shit
time
just
it's
taste
lemon.
fresh.
It's good for the. I don't like cucumbers on its own though. I don't eat cucumbers.
Nah, I
but
wouldn't either.
In some water ain't too bad.
Maybe like grilled with like my bachi, but
Yeah.
You know what? Cucumbers
Not
are
bad.
not too bad. It's a texture thing, huh?
No, they're not bad. I don't know. It's like I fucks with pickles more than I do cucumbers.
not the taste
Same
of
family.
cucumbers, whatever.
It's like it's the same thing. A cucumber in vinegar is like a pickle.
That's what it is.
You be putting
Yeah.
a little saladito in your pickle in the middle.
A little saladito.
Just a little twink.
That's what my mom used to do. They
Just
put
suck
like,
on it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Mom was all into all the
well.
Mexican.
I can't do
candy.
spicy shit like that. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how we started the podcast last time.
I'm not even aware of that. What's the saladito?
There's
Saladito is like
a
it's not
fucking
even
pit.
spicy. It's kind of more like bitter, salty.
It's like a pit.
Yeah, it's like a pit, literally.
It's
Yeah.
it looks like a peach pit or something that they just like dried out, dipped in a bunch of like salt and pepper and shit, and like a little bit of tahini, and it's just like that's your shit. And you
That's
can
what my
put-
mom used to do. She used to stuff that in the middle of a pickle, though, and like
Damn.
fucking basically suck on it, like biting it, bite on it. It's like they're
push it down a little bit,
Yeah,
bite on it.
I've never heard of that. I didn't have that growing up.
I was never into pickles like that though. I can't.
Yeah.
What was your like? Cause we're Hispanic. What did you grow up on? What was like an interesting thing that you were like?
Well,
Like
I'm-
if you brought
I'm-
that up, it would be like, what the fuck?
I'm not Hispanic because my family doesn't hail from Spain.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying we are Hispanic.
Yeah.
What do you have?
We're like Latino, so
You're Latinx.
yeah, nah, Latinx,
Latinx.
nah. We should leave that. We should leave that in whatever year it started.
No, 100% big fan of
Latino,
not.
Latina, and leave
'cause
it at that.
And as most like Hispanic and or Latino cultures really don't like the X.
Yeah,
It's a very feminine term.
I don't even think they really give a fuck.
nah. I think they don't, but they don't say it. Like
Well,
they
just
don't
because
say
you're just
Latinx.
wrapping up a whole group of people into one category. Whether it's like I'm Argentinian, like no, you're Latinx now. Like
Nah,
or you're Colombian, no, you're Latinx. Sorry,
Latinx is crazy.
the concept is I don't get it. Don't support it.
Yeah.
But what do you
But,
have as a
we
PR?
got like I don't know. I guess like fried plantains, plátano.
I've honestly never had a plantain.
You know what it is though, right?
It's just a fat ass banana.
It's like a banana. Yeah.
It's a thick banana though.
Yeah. It's nice and sweet though. Like
Beefy boy.
It's a
You-
beefy
you
banana.
chop them up and fry them, and then like that shit's just super good. That's just my heart right there.
Plantain.
In
A
a
fried
food?
plantain. Yeah, like I eat that on my birthday.
Like, that's like your
Plátanos.
thing.
Yeah, plátanos are pretty big. That's like Caribbean folks. Like in
Mm.
Panama they do that. In Jamaica they do that. Like
Cuba.
DR they do that.
Soy
Puerto Rico, they do that.
fuego
Yeah, Caribbean people.
Creole.
I'm trying to think of other shit.
I love Jamaican people.
I don't know a lot of
People are cool.
Jamaicans.
Huh?
I don't know a lot of Jamaicans.
I work with a Jamaican, so we just crack jokes all day.
Mm-hmm.
This accent just makes everything better.
Oh, that's awesome.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, one time he heard me on the phone. I'm like, Wagwan. And
I
he
said,
knew what
"Can
I was
she-
talking about.
Can she get it? She, oh, she could get it.
Yeah.
Unrelenting Riz comes from Jamaicans.
People be like mixing up people too though, like those kind of folks. Like people mix up Jamaicans and like Trinidadians and like Haitians a lot.
Jamaicans don't like Haitians.
Yeah,
At least
well,
the
they're
one
not
I
the
be
same.
talking to.
Yeah,
Fuck
they're
Haitians,
just
bro.
not the same. But you know, Haiti's got some like history. Like the name of Haiti itself, it goes like, it literally kind of means like a bad place. Like that's where like all like the kind of like outcast people like shit like that were
Got
sent to
sent and
Haiti,
shit.
the island. Yeah,
It's like the Australia of like that world, because Australia was like much of the same concept.
Well, my coworker was telling me, he was saying much like they used to send all the bad people to Haiti. He's like, over there is just crime ridden and it's just a bad place.
but that's the origin, and not all. You know,
It doesn't
times
always
change.
stay like that. I mean,
Yeah,
shit.
times changed. Not all Haitians are bad, but it's like just part of the history.
I mean, shit. So they did with America. They're like, fuck it. You guys want to colonize that shit? We're gonna send one priest and 80 murderers. Go ahead and ravage, baby. Go ahead. But yeah, same concept with Australia. They were like, we're just gonna send all the murderers and like the thieves. We're gonna send them straight to Australia. You
Yeah.
guys can deal with all those lizards and snakes over there, and they created a colony, bro.
The Aborigines, Australia.
Well, the Aborigines got fucked over,
Yeah,
much like all natives.
I remember doing like a project on them back in
on the
in middle school.
Aborigines.
Yeah, bro.
I never did. I learned about like Aborigines on like my own shit. Yeah, school never taught us anything about that. Or,
I
showed us
had to go
anything.
like learn and do like shit on them. Like
That's,
Did you
there
that's
was
fire,
like
though.
tribes that we all like
Yeah.
that we all had to pick, and I guess I got stuck
Got
with this.
stuck with the Aborigines.
I
It
got
wasn't
stuck with
like your
this
first
one.
pick.
I got
Like,
stuck with
fuck,
this
I
one
want-
girl and Aborigines. I'm like, fuck, bro. All my projects in middle school were always done like last minute.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I would wing that shit.
I would wing that shit.
Even my POLs,
Yo,
bro.
POLs.
Bro, I've had all my and I can guarantee this. High tech, you're welcome. By the way, like
Fuck high tech.
It's falling apart.
I give it like 5 more years before it crumbles. But
We'll
that's
see.
only because I've worked there. But but dude, I would be like the day of doing my POL, like doing the presentation, like the slides for it.
Yeah.
I'd be day of, and I would go up like first or second. So I would go up to school early because we always got dropped off early. So I'd be like, "Hey, can I get a computer?" They're like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna work on my PO." They're like, "Oh, it makes sense." And I'm like screenshotting,
Stressing,
saving
yeah.
shit, throwing it in there. I'm making it like 15 slides long with no words on it. Because remember back at our school, it was like if you read off the presentation, you were a piece of shit.
You would kind of get points deducted too. You had to
So-
like say things in your
Over
own
there
words.
fucking writing shit on their fucking pen and paper like they're somebody.
Yeah.
They're
so
just
fucking
drawing
smart.
pictures.
Like they're fucking smart people. He's reading off the presentation.
Yeah.
That's what it's fucking here for. But
Yeah.
anyways.
It's a reminder. So I would just have literally like a slide of like I'd have like a title to like keep me on track, and it would just be a picture, like a collage of pictures, and I would just talk, because I could talk for fucking ever.
You know what though? There's a scheme behind that though, because however well your POL goes or whatever the fuck it is, they hold you to that standard from then on. So it's like if you're like working on your POL, like hammering it out like weeks in advance or whatever the hell, and you get this whole big old thing, you do it, they expect that kind of shit from you next time, and it's like, you got to work harder and shit. You got to do like greater POLs.
There would be some tryhards though.
Kids would go crazy.
Goddamn,
with that
I
shit.
hate it. And the thing was, is like I would get to the very like bare minimum of like the 15 minutes. And there'd be the kids who were going on for like 45, and the teachers have to be like, "I'm sorry, you just have we have like 3 other kids who have to go."
Yeah.
I would always go first though.
I would go first or second.
I'm going first. I'll just get it over
Me,
with.
yep, 100%. And then I would just bullshit for
there's
the
like-
rest of the day.
You don't
for the
gotta
rest of the week.
You don't gotta follow anybody that might have done a really good job, and you kind of set the standards. Like,
You
all
set the
right,
standard.
and you're the first. It's like he's the first. He gets a pass.
You could have been
for-
nervous, dude. I would be the first day, like the first or second person. I would usually do the number 3rd person because it would give me time to do my POL while they're doing their POL. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that was like my plan.
I would typically just end up being like 3rd, but I didn't get to pick. They would like assign days to us.
That's whack.
Yeah.
I would be like day 1, sign me up for that. Then I would just be roaming the halls, just being an absolute degenerate, unless I had to sit on a panel. I hated sitting on panels because then you got to pretend like you're paying attention. Like when someone looks at you to talk during your POL, you're like,
That was very important too. The eye contact,
Yeah.
the head movement,
gotta
looking
look at
across the
everyone, yeah.
room,
making stupid jokes.
like I'm doing an Apple presentation. Well,
Let's see what we got here, huh? Fucking, I'm over here wearing my New Balances and shit and a turtleneck, looking real Steve Jobsy. You know what I mean? Like,
I hated that dress code. It had to be a collared shirt.
dude, we had to be in full suits at in media. Like we had to do a full
For
suit.
POLs?
But for
POLs,
POLs, right?
Yeah.
POLs you have to dress up more, but like regular day to day, you had that.
I just threw a button up because our usual dress code is just collared. So, got the polo. And then POL is like, all right, a button up.
I do. When I went to Eastlake for the first time, bro, my whole life was like, this is insane. People just get to wear T-shirts.
Yeah, the idea of no dress code.
Like the no dress code thing. You remember your first day there? You're like, I just wear a hoodie every day.
I had to like go buy T-shirts because I was like, all my shit is like
collared.
high tech. Yeah.
I mean, I rocked the collared.
Nah, yeah, you
brought it.
You brought it with you.
You brought it back. You took it.
Brought a little piece with you.
In the polo, yeah.
But Eastlake was way better by far. Just the public school in general compared to, like, what is that, a charter school?
It's charter school. Well, I just think that they both have good things going for them. And if there was a mix of the two, it would be perfect. Because high tech teaches you how to like be okay with other people. Whereas at Eastlake or a public school, it's more or less like if you don't like somebody, you could truly not see them unless they were in your class. Like you could truly just ignore the fuck out of someone.
The thing about Eastlake, dude, we're like 3,000 in one class, or like
the graduating class was like
our graduating 2017 our class
was like 3,000 kids graduated.
The graduating class was like the total amount of kids at my high tech.
No, your high tech probably had like you're talking about like the whole school. You're
the graduating class at Eastlake was like the whole entire
campus.
School. Yeah, at my high tech.
Yeah, Eastlake was insane.
It was crazy.
I mean, in high tech, that's the thing. You're in everyone's business. You hear
everyone knows everything.
That's why I got kicked. That's why I got kicked out.
You texted what's your face last night. It's like,
how do you know this?
Yeah, shit spread like wildfire.
I got people coming up to me like, why didn't you tell me you did that with her? I'm like, who the fuck told you this?
How do you know this? Wait. You're like, wait. Who told you? That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
It's a weird time.
It was an experience.
Yeah.
I think we were just guinea pigs in a social experiment.
It was nice to see the best of both worlds, the project-based shit, the whole high-tech shit.
I think what was good about high tech, it did teach you how to control freedom and like time. So you could fuck off a whole project and then like the 2 days before just bust that shit out.
I think also just working in groups too, because I didn't do that at Eastlake at all.
Working in groups. At Eastlake, you're like solo.
The only like group thing that happened is like we would be doing math tests with a group, and everybody's just actively cheating during the math test. I don't know how y'all teachers was, but my math teacher was too chill.
What, like chilling or like cheating, bro?
Yeah, Eastlake, they were hella chill with that shit.
I used to have a kid who would turn his test around in biology, and Fabian, what's this one? The teacher's 5 feet away from us, just staring at him. I'm like, it's that.
Yeah. They didn't really care.
And then like he would let him copy, and then like I would basically ace the test for him because I didn't give a fuck. I was like the smart kid in that class. And then he's like, "How did I get a C, Fabian?" And then the teacher would be like,
"I copied it verbatim."
He'd be like, "Jake,
I can't give you an A." Oh, you said his name.
Oh, man. I mean, this is what happened.
It's okay. It's a generic name.
It's true.
But,
it is a pretty generic name.
Yeah, but it's still funny.
That shit was hilarious. I copied it verbatim.
Yeah.
Bro would leave his backpack outside of class, like right by the door.
Yeah.
And then come in, go use the bathroom, and then just never come back to
It's funny.
That was that was an experience for me, bro. That first day of school, a girl kissed me.
The first day of school at Eastlake?
Yeah. I don't know if it was the first day or like first week.
Yeah.
She turned around. She's like, "Can I see your glasses?" Sure. It's a typical like girl response to like a guy with glasses.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Gave her my glasses, and then she came back to me. "Do you want to kiss?" I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah.
We just kissed. I was like, Eastlake's pretty cool.
You're like, this shit ain't too bad. Huh? You're like, this shit ain't too bad.
I think I might stick around.
My first day of school, I saw kids overdosing on the floor.
At Eastlake?
Yeah.
I was outside when that happened.
Wait, is that the whole edible situation?
No, Zans.
Kid literally zombie walking towards like kind of like by the the bathrooms were like, in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to use the restroom like early in the morning, and because I was in Lanon's class. In Lanon's class, she make you walk around with like a big ass like.
Oh, so you can't take the pass?
Can't take the pass.
Yeah.
So the pass would be connected to like a water jug. And I'm talking about like the big office water jug.
Type shit. Yeah.
So you had to like walk around with it, and I'm like having to hold it up or put it down to take a piss and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like walking out, and I literally see this kid like walking like a zombie, and then just fucking flatline.
Jesus.
I saw 2. It was like by the entrance of the school, a kid was overdosing, and then by the bathrooms, the one that you saw, I think. I saw that motherfucker too, and I'm just like, damn, I guess this is what East Lake's gonna be like.
But that's what East Lake's known for. Is like the drug use.
Yeah.
Like even like when I talk to.
It's just the rich kids, you know. They just.
Like even when I was talking to Jeanette, she's like, "Doesn't everyone do coke there?" I'm like, you're not wrong. Like I wanted her to be.
You want
wrong
to defend it a little bit, huh? You're
I want to be like, fuck, she's right.
It's like not everyone, but it's like, you know.
Mostly.
A lot of kids.
A lot of kids.
Yeah,
do
a lot of
drugs
kids is
there.
on something.
Well, we just grew up in we also grew up in like the Xan era of music.
Yeah.
Where like that shit was
too.
like popular.
Yeah.
You know, like that was like the thing.
Yeah, I didn't know what a Xan was till 11th grade. So.
Yeah. I wasn't fully conscious of what these kids were even on until it was like I talk about it around school and shit. Like, yo, did y'all see these kids like flopped over and shit? And they're like, oh yeah, it's fucking Xans. And I'm like, okay.
¿Qué es eso?
Yeah.
Xans are one of my favorites. Was one of my favorites.
Yeah, WAS.
Dude, it's just a good feeling to like when you just want to like not feel anything and just drown out.
Such a great like numbing sensation. You're just like, I am Superman. He is I.
You just you just don't care.
Nah.
Like
don't.
it's just the inability to care about shit that's going on around.
It would just make me steal shit.
Bro, same.
You know? Like,
Same. I used to go steal like Swishers and packs of
like,
Swishers.
very casually too. Like
Do you remember that? Remember when I pulled up with like a pack of like blueberry Swishers and shit? We tried to
it
roll.
was always the blueberries.
Yeah,
too.
bro. I tried to roll the blunt, bro. My first blunt rolling.
The
It was
canoe?
a shit blunt, canoeing as fuck.
Yeah.
And we would smoke it before school in the canyon. And we walk. I remember that, bro. It was good times.
Crazy.
Good times.
Good times. Listening to Nav.
Running into kids in the
was so
morning, like, bro, I
loud.
popped the. They would call Xans beans back then. So it was like, I popped the bean last night, dude. I'm feeling it right now, like in the morning type shit. And it's like, damn, bro.
We used to call them beans, huh?
Get that slow
We all call
release.
them beans.
Yeah, we used to call them beans.
The beams.
Yeah.
Beanski.
Yeah.
Fucking no, we used to call them yammies too.
The
Yeah.
yams.
Yams.
Off the yam right now.
This
Yammered.
little Xan munch.
Ew.
Ooh.
What a
The
time.
taste, dude. It makes me want to fucking
I used to
throw up.
dry mouth them, dude. No water. It's
Nah,
like,
yeah.
they're like.
I'm not gonna walk downstairs to get water right now.
Like candy.
Doink.
Even
Yeah.
in class, it's like, oh, you got water. It's like, no, it's like, all right,
Nah,
just down it.
nah, yeah.
You kind of basically have to like shove it
Shove it
down
to
your
the
thing.
back of your
yeah.
throat.
Yeah, if it feels a bar, yeah.
And you gotta like kind of throw your head back a little, like jeez,
Yeah, you can just feel it.
It's a crazy time.
it does leave that little in your throat.
You just like craving water a little bit after. You're like,
I remember getting like presses too. Like sometimes they'd be powdery and
Like
shit.
chalky.
You'd be like, "That's not from a pharmacy." That's bad.
It's like,
Oh
dude,
my God.
that shit could have been filled with anything and cut with
Chalk.
anything. Like,
I remember being like at like a church class off of fucking Xan, dude, and like I was just fucking struggling to stay awake the whole fucking class,
me too, brother.
slumping
Me too.
over.
That's how I got caught
Yeah.
one day. One of the times I got caught, I was off a bar in Kingdom Hall. Dude, cause it was like I forgot what I was doing. I had it in my hand and water got on my hand and the bar started like dissolving.
It started melting.
So I just fucking, me being a fiend, I just ate it up, bro. Bro, I'm in fucking Kingdom Hall. They're talking, bro. I like slump over, my gum falls out of my mouth, it falls on the floor and shit. I'm on like on the front row. My mom was just like, "This is motherfucker." I got home. She sat me down on the table. What are you on?
Yeah.
Man, I'm on.
nothing.
I'm tired.
I literally said that. I'm
Yeah.
tired.
I'm
She's like,
tired.
Fabian, I'm not stupid. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm on Xanax. You
Yeah.
know?
I'm on a Saneg, mom.
It was funny though.
Just had some canned yams.
Looking back at it, I was so burnt. So
Nah,
burnt.
it
You
was
never
All
realize.
burnt.
You never realize how burnt you really are until
Until you're like in the fucking natural world and you just see people who are like absolutely shit, like just fucked up, and you're like, damn, we are that burnt. Like, you know, like back in the day, like Fabian used to say this shit all the time because I used to be like really paranoid, and I'd be like, hey bro, can you smell me? Can you smell me? And we used to be like, yeah, you're good. And it got to the point where I kept asking Fabian, like, you know, after like the 100th time I've asked him before, he was like, bro, we all smell like weed. I can't tell if you smell like weed because I smell like weed. And now you're just asking me a question you already know the answer to. And I
Yeah.
was like, I know this, but I want you to lie to me right now. You know, just lie.
Console
I
you,
just want you
make
to
you
lie
feel
to me.
better. It's like,
I
nah, bro,
remember-
you're good. You're not gonna get caught.
Like my favorite thing to do was like would grab leaves as we're walking places and, crunch
And
them
just
in my
crunch
hand.
the leaves up.
And I'd just be like, I'm like,
like-
man, that smells not like weed as much.
It smells just like regular green plant matter.
This is grass. I
Yeah.
have grass in my hand.
I think, yeah, dude, smelling was a big thing. At one point, I was like, baby, I'm getting high. You just walking in, I smell you. I'm like, hey, fuck it.
I would always have body spray on me and shit, and like gum in the drops and shit. You
The
know,
ox.
I had always had drops.
But
though.
I was
the
still
rontantinos.
still to this day.
Mine was
Clear eyes, basic.
clear eyes.
Visine,
I would have
Visine's like the cheap shit.
Visine,
Yeah,
Visine
Visine
and
is
clear eyes are like the same to me.
You know? Yeah.
fucking.
You need like 3 times the amount of drops you need
You'd
as,
be like,
as one roto, you know?
You just have to fucking
God, the
bottle.
roto, you just be like, I have burned. Fuck all that.
Dude, oh my god, but
I
they were
love
so
it.
crispy fresh.
Yeah.
Like
Your eyes be open up and you're like,
you put one in each eye and it's like
Especially the blue,
Icy white.
The blue cap.
yeah,
too.
the blue caps
cap-
were the
blue
blue
cap
caps were like
hurts.
cocaine for your
baby
eyes.
would be like,
dog.
baby would be like, I got clear eyes. I'd be like, oh no.
Yeah.
I'd be like, ah.
Bro, but that's how like I think that's just a testament to how geek we're getting. So we're getting blitzed off our ass, and then it's like, all right, let's fucking hit these eye drops now. You know, it's like I
burn
want to feel
hard,
it in the
yeah.
eyes. We were just fucking on all levels, just going.
I remember once I was like big stoned in class, like in some like English class, and Leo was in there with me, and like I was just like sitting like at my desk, like really smiley and shit, and like he took a picture of me like on Snapchat, and he like drew like a bunch of like stoner shit around me, like he drew like sunglasses on me and like a joint in my mouth. It was funny.
No, dude, those are good times being high in class.
It was funny.
I don't regret it at all.
Nah, yeah, I mean shit.
Yeah, I was a good student. Like
was
I
also a good
like I wasn't dumb. Like I would just never do homework. Like I didn't care for homework. I was like I'll do enough just to pass.
I retained whatever was important, you know. Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Well, especially like in English class when they were like bringing up like topics and stuff, I was like, I feel like I was the only one answering sometimes. It's like the teacher got to wait for someone else. Just like, all right, I'll just talk. Like,
Yeah.
geez.
just let me handle.
Especially like Mr. Acosta's class. I liked him. He was kind of a dickhead though. Sometimes he would try to make you feel dumb.
Yeah, on purpose.
Mm.
Like one time it was like, cause I didn't finish up high tech. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I had one class I had to take.
Yeah, I know what you
Remember?
mean.
So I had like 6 period, like the first year of senior year, like the first semester of senior year.
Oh, you had to take a.
I had to take a
yeah.
6, and it was with Mr. Acosta, and it was me and fucking Nick Clue in there with a bunch of Randys, and there was like 6 people in our class because everyone
Really?
else for senior
Oh,
year
'cause we all
was
had a free
gone.
period.
It had free 6, so like he would, like we would just be like doing half-ass our projects, and then me and Nick are just looking at our huddle like highlights for football, and Nick was a nice guy, and he was like, yeah man, he's fucking good, like look at this highlights, and I was like, yeah, and I like show him it, and he like is like picking apart my highlights. He's like you over pursued here. He's like, you did this and that. And I'm like, but I got the tackle. He's like, but you could have had him the tackle. You could have had the tackle back there.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, man, fuck you.
Yeah.
It's like 5'3".
I'm like, what are you doing? And like, I was like, man, this guy sucks. But he was all right. He did like open a lot of eyes. Mr. Peterson was like way cooler.
We all had to recover PE credits too, right? Coming out of high tech.
Yeah.
I
we
did.
did.
You didn't?
I did not because I did full PE.
No, I was in football PE.
What
That's
the
all.
fuck? You did PE at high tech?
No. I did PE. Remember, because so freshman year of high school, first semester, I was at Eastlake. Second semester, I was at High Tech. Sophomore year coming in, I went back. I was at Eastlake.
No, we were in the same PE. Remember?
No, you and me were in the same
Yeah.
PE. Yeah.
But we would just ditch.
Yeah, we both had to recover PE credits, but no, yeah.
We just had to take it for football.
McFadden was
So we had 2 free periods basically.
McFadden
I had a
was-
free third and a free sixth. So I only had 2 classes each day my senior year.
we would just go up to McFadden and be like, yo.
Yeah, we checking at the basketball
We're here.
courts.
That's all he cared about.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
here.
He was a nice
We're
guy.
here.
He was like, as long as you check in and say you're here, that's all that matters.
It was a good time.
Cool guy.
He was a great guy.
Yeah.
Coach McFadden was fucking awesome.
I mean, football. I just like being in football PE too, because even when I was like down there with you guys, like writing plays down and shit, at the end of the year, I'm like, hey, can I get what was it, community service hours for this? He's like, actually, let me see. And then I didn't have to do no community service. My community service was literally just on the football field, like writing plays down for the coach. I was like, hey, this is lit, because I needed all of them.
I had more than enough community service hours before I even started at Eastlake. We did that shit at high tech.
But you had him like written down?
Yeah, I mean it was part of my credits. It was done, you know.
Damn.
See,
Like,
our high tech
I-
wasn't that organized.
I volunteered
It's also
at,
true.
at like a Greyhound adoption center. It's been shut down now. But yeah, I got a lot of hours there.
It's funny. Chula Vista is the most well-ran high tech of all of them.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's in the lakes.
You know, people have high standards there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because where we were from, where we went to Point, when we were in Point Loma, it was kids from fucking everywhere. You would have kids from
like
Del
it's a
Mar.
melting pot of people.
Like you would have kids from Del Mar, you'd have kids from Logan, like you'd have kids from City Heights, from Chula Vista. Like it
No.
was like you normally didn't hang out with your friends because like they were far as fuck. You know what I mean?
I mean, we drove far as fuck
Yeah.
to there.
Yeah, it was like a 30-40 minute drive. We would wake up at like 6:30 every day. Our grandma would get us there by like 7:15 or something like that, and then we would just be fucking running around.
Which made sense why we went to East Lake, because it's literally down the street.
It's
why,
so
why the
close.
fuck? Why wouldn't we go to East Lake?
It was in great proximity.
literally like not even 5 minutes away.
Yeah, I would just skate every day, to and from school.
I just liked walking.
Yeah.
Enjoy walking.
I used to enjoy walking a lot more when I
even
was.
even in college, bro. Like I remember like being in college and I would see your ass just walking like at the start of the school day. In college, I just see you walking home with your headphones on. Like,
Bro,
all
that
right.
was hilarious because
a long walk.
Bridget used to like pick me up and
Yeah, she would bring you to school.
she'd
You
bring
walk
me
your
to
ass.
school, you know, and then I didn't want to like tell her that I dropped out or anything, so I would just
Yeah.
walk home.
Yeah.
It was hilarious because we like kiss. She's like, "All right,
Have a good day.
have a good day," blah blah. It's like, "All right." I'm
Start
going
walking home.
You'd walk in, you'd make sure she left, and then you just walked straight back.
Because
Huh?
we had that math class.
Yeah, we were
right
in math
there.
class together, man. That was a crazy math class, dog.
No, I loved it. It was college was fun, but I hated it.
Yeah.
Like it was a cool experience. It was just like East Lake 13th grade. It's just like
Dead
everyone
ass.
you already know that it's not going to SDSU. We're just here at Southwestern.
Is this true?
I had communications with Manny though. That shit was pretty good. Like I retained some good shit from there.
There was a couple baddies in my communication class too.
My teacher was bad as fuck.
Yeah, the teacher she was pretty fine.
She was like 25.
Shit, I didn't even realize at the time, but
She was young.
She was all wifed up already and all that.
I
Yeah,
don't mean
but-
shit.
She
I have her on
locked in.
Instagram.
Yeah,
Just because they're wiped up don't mean nothing.
Sadly, it's true.
I mean, if she's got any value, it does, but
she's a high value
it
woman.
depends on
There's
people.
no values out here anymore.
It depends.
Not in the West.
Everybody's different.
Not in the.
Not dude,
on-
because
not on
I
the
just
West
I
Coast.
I talk to a lot of married women and it kind of like
That makes me sad.
it makes me very sad just the way they like
Makes me
they're
very
telling me
sad.
they're like, yeah, I still like this and that with my ex, blah blah, or like they don't even like to claim their husband sometimes. It's like, well, I guess yeah, we're
Married.
married technically. If you want to be technical, I'm like, if
How
want-
technical gotta be?
if
It's like you
wanna
got a ring
fuck,
on your
just
finger.
Let me know.
It just depends on your values. I mean, a lot of people don't have strong values as well, you know. But like, I get that shit. Like my mom, like she rides out for my pops and shit. Like they've been through their ups and downs.
Yeah,
They
but
stick-
that's
they
a
stick with
different
their guns.
generation, bro.
So yeah, the newer generation's a lot.
But that's what I'm saying though.
a lot more like I'm worried about me and not worried about everybody else.
Depending on how you grow up, though, you can have different values. Like I've met people with good core values, but
No, there's
it's
good
just-
people out there for sure.
They're, few,
100%.
they're far and few between these days.
That's why you gotta be careful with who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so picky. That's why I'm like hard on everyone too. Like,
As you should be.
I'll be saying shit, and I know people be getting kind of annoyed, or like it's because they don't want to hear it. But that's why they keep me around, because they may not want to hear it, but it's gonna help. 'em,
It's
I
what you're you're just trying to help,
Yeah.
and that sucks. Some people just don't want to take it, and that's how it goes. Life is life. Some people are fucking adults. Sometimes people just gotta figure it the fuck out. Sadly,
Yeah.
you know. I think
Some,
we
some
talked
people
about this
never figure it out.
I think
you
we
know?
talked this on a podcast that we didn't air, but like some people just need to fucking go through it.
Yeah.
There's people who learn through experience and people who learn through others.
Yep.
But
And
if you're around me, I'm gonna let you know. You know,
true. All in there.
like my brother, like my little brothers, I'll be letting them know, hey, well, you're acting dumb. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
I've always been one to keep it a buck, but it's like everything with a grain of salt, you know. Everybody's life's
This
different.
is how I've learned. Like my mom has always been blunt with me, like what I need to hear.
Yeah.
And at the time, I may have not have like enjoyed it, but now that I look back at it,
like, damn, I
I'm
should
value
so
it, though.
grateful.
Yeah.
She was like that with me, like especially when it came to like more serious issues. She was like, well, if you want to make that choice, that's up to you. But It's like, all right.
I'm just gonna tell you how it is.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm always grateful for how she told me. So I always try to. You may not like it now, but hey, you're gonna appreciate it one day.
You're gonna appreciate it.
No, that's good. Some people, I mean, that's typically the people that I like have around me are people that kind of keep it a buck like that. But some people grow up with like this culture like sugarcoating, and they be like sweetening shit up, not being upfront about stuff. And it's got its ups and downs.
But it's also good to be able to like hear that too.
Yeah.
Taking constructive criticism.
Because even
is
like
huge.
when we talk in our group chats and shit, and we're talking, it's like at the end of the day we're able to talk. Some people never even get to that point where they want to bring up certain shit.
Or like heavy shit.
Or just shit that
like,
needs to be talked about, shit that needs to get discussed, whether it be like numbers or someone's not doing some shit right or whatever it may be, just within friendships, like, hey, you're fucking up. Some people never even get to that point. It's like they kind of just let them go on their bullshit. And I think that's like, I don't think you're a friend if you do that.
Nah,
Yeah.
you're just there.
But it's like you can only do so much for people,
Yeah, but no one likes a yes man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know? Like, oh, I see you're fucking up and like da-da-da, and like, that's fucking cool. That's whatever.
Yeah.
Keep doing you, bro. Whatever makes you happy. It's like, no. When you're fucking your shit up, you're fucking your life up, or you're putting yourself in a really shitty position, like, I only tell you this because, like, I care. My grandma was very much like that. She's like, I tell you this because I care. I don't tell you this to be mean. It might come. I always tell my grandma, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's obviously always delivery. But, like, fucking, it's just like.
Sounds like a woman.
It's true. But, but it's fucking, but it's just true. I mean, like, that hard love matters. Because if not, you just, because I need to be told shit like 100 times before I'm like, fuck, I'll do it. Like, I'll fucking, whatever.
Nah, I get that.
Especially with shit I don't want to do.
People that care will let you know.
And they will.
I think, yeah, as a friend, I think it's your duty to say something. And and that's
leave it at
all
that.
you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at some point, it's like if they're not gonna change, you gotta just separate yourself from them.
Yep.
If you don't want to be around.
People,
that.
Yeah.
people grow together, they grow apart.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way of things.
It's part of being an adult, bro. It's part of life.
This
You
is
just
life,
grow out of friendships. You grow out of a lot of shit.
I mean, there's just some people you never like stray away from though too. So you're always gonna be in their life. I mean, like me and Michael, we have like
we've had hiatuses.
Yeah, but we're not talking for like a year or something.
Yeah.
And then it's like we always rekindle. We're always back.
And it comes back like we were just talking the other day too. Like, that's how it is with all my friends though. Like, we can not talk for X amount of time and then we just kind of get back into it like we were just talking. Because there's no like resentment or anything, or there's no like, oh, we haven't talked in this long and I got this fucking emotion built up or whatever
Those
the
are
fuck.
just like
There's none of that.
needy people.
Yeah, that's a form of being selfish. Like, I need you when I need you. It's like, no.
Yeah.
We all got shit going on.
We all got shit going on.
That's what I love about Caleb too, because we haven't talked in a minute, but it's like the same thing. We rekindle. It's like, hey,
It just comes back around.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. My boy Dirk.
He was in fucking. I just texted him the other day. Well, yesterday. He was at the fucking the Padres game in Mexico City, bro. That shit was fucking awesome. That game
Was on roids.
was on fucking crack. It was like 14-11.
Damn.
It was like 16 or 14.
I think that was the ending score. But
Yeah.
dude, that's a football score.
Yeah.
That is not baseball.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking.
It had to be based off the fucking stadium. That stadium must be little, and they just got fucking.
I don't think it's the
dudes out
stadium. I
there.
think it's just the weather, like how the ball carries in the stadium and stuff.
I don't know enough about baseball to touch.
It's just,
There's a bunch of variables.
Yeah,
It's true.
like
Yeah.
over here, it's hard to hit home runs. I hear.
Yeah,
Just
we have a
'cause-
deep infield or whatever
We got
outfield.
a big fucking field, dog.
No, we got a bit. It's not even. I think most of the field is like all the fields are the same. It's just the way the ball carries in the air, like the wind, and like we got the wind from the ocean or whatever, the bay.
Yeah.
It's like weird shit like that. They're like, it's overcast and
All
this
those
Weather.
little variables.
that you wouldn't think. Baseball's been changing a lot though.
Yeah, put everyone on roids
I think everyone should just juice. Why not?
all the time. 100%. Basketball would be so cool. Picture LeBron on roids,
Let all fighters take roids.
dude. Hell yeah,
Let's see who's really the best.
dude. 100%. Like, let John Jones just be the dude, and let him just fucking crack on people.
Oh man.
Boxers on roids. Everyone should be on roids.
Sports.
Sports. Sports ball.
Sports.
I'm so sorry. I haven't like really cared about sports in such a.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have any
time.
input. I don't fucking care, bro.
I've been watching the Lakers just because it's like playoff basketball. It's LeBron. It's whatever. I like to watch the highlights and stuff, but I don't.
I can't sit through a game anymore.
I don't want to go.
I don't watch any of it.
Only time I'll go to a game is like if I'm going with some hot chick or something. Like, yeah, you want to go to a game?
Wanna go to a
Sure.
game? Yeah, that's a good date.
We'll
too.
get a
It's always good
michelada.
Get a chilada.
date. What you be watching, Michael? What you be on?
The Boondocks. That's what I've been
it?
watching. Yeah.
The Stone.
I'm trying to watch the Boondocks. My shorty told me to check out Atlanta.
Atlanta's so fucking great.
It's pretty, bro. It's pretty engaging, like to watch the show.
Someone told me to watch Snowfall.
I've only seen a few
No, I'm good
episodes.
off Snowfall.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I don't know
If
what
you
it
want,
is.
dude,
Someone
watch
told me
it.
to watch
Dude,
it.
watch fucking Atlanta, dude.
Yeah, Atlanta's pretty
Dude,
funny actually.
Dude, it's good and it gets deep as fuck. Like Childish Gambino really gets into his shit. You know,
Yeah,
like,
he
Donald
like-
Glover kills.
He
that
wrote the show, but it's pretty funny. Like
I just
like,
got
they
finished
be
watching
having a lot of
Breaking
nigga
Bad.
moments in that,
Yeah,
like
there's a
like in the
ton.
Boondocks too. I like that shit.
Like, oh, it's great. Like, what's your favorite? I like Crocodile Man.
Huh?
Crocodile Man. You seen that episode yet?
I don't know.
The one with it's like a big there's a fucking crocodile on the show.
Yeah.
In Atlanta,
I only got through season. I don't even get through season 1. I only got through a few episodes.
must not be that good.
It's a Cat Williams. You remember Cat Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Cat.
So Cat Williams is in Crocodile Man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking good. They're like, it's Crocodile Man. And then like the police show up. Basically, it's just the premise of it. The police show up and like the whole episode is like the police showed up to his uncle's house, and they're trying to like arrest him, and they're like, there's kids outside like, don't go in there. That's a Crocodile Man. And they're like, what are you talking about? And he'd be like, he has a crocodile in his house. And they're like, then they're like, the police are asking like, is there really a crocodile? And Donald Glover's like, I don't know. I don't know if there's. I'm in here. I don't see a
It's the
crocodile.
urban legend, you know.
Yeah, like, he's just like the Crocodile Man, and dude, it's such a good fucking show.
It's funny how the show plays out though. Like all the situations are pretty. It's real funny.
Like the first episode got the kids meal, or he's like, "Can I order a kids meal?" He's like, "No, because you don't have a kid with
yeah,
you."
yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I think I've seen that clip.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Yeah, you had to have seen
Yeah.
clips with it. It's really good.
It's pretty funny.
I stopped watching. I need to catch up because the third season is when they go to Europe.
Is it the last season?
So it's one of the last. I think the third season had a part 1 and 2 kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But dude, it's super solid. Keep watching it.
You're gonna have a final chapter and then the final chapter.
The final
after.
the final chapter. And it'll be Infinity War.
Fuck Attack on Titan.
I could never get into Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
I think
I
I
just-
watched it in the very beginning.
Boring as fuck.
Yeah.
There's too much. I heard there's a lot. It's very political. Like it's very like there's too much politics going on. There's a lot of
It's
filler.
just slow,
The
bro.
greatest
the
thing-
second season's the hardest thing to like get through. I was
It's
like, I'd rather do
just-
sit-ups than watch this shit. Like,
There's too
Jesus
much
Christ.
hype.
Fuck.
Like that's the thing is like it's just way overhyped. I feel like.
It is
Like,
the most overhyped show.
Everybody talks about Attack on Titan like, oh my god, you need to watch this. And it's
Ramon.
like,
How's when Ramon talks about Attack on Titan?
it's
I'm just like,
alright.
I feel like Ramon's more of a fucking One Piece guy.
Now he
Me and him
is.
have been like,
Now
we
he
have
is.
had conversations where I'd be like, nah, bro, and he's like, you just gotta get past this part, and then it's so
You just
good.
gotta watch.
You gotta
700
watch episode
episodes.
746. Come on, bro.
I just can't, you know. What I mean, like,
I'm
fuck.
telling you, you get past the 800th episode, everything changes. Thanks, man.
Appreciate you.
I'll dedicate my time.
So I did.
There's new Berserk coming out. There's a new. I think it was like a new chapter came out.
Oh, that's awesome.
not
Berserk is good.
Yeah, I love Berserk. It's a good show.
Yeah, Berserk is good.
Manga.
Good manga. Yeah.
It's the best actually.
So they've been.
Berserk's
This is
good.
what's been told.
It's the best drawn too. Like, it's like
Yeah.
who the fuck could animate this shit? I don't think anyone's.
That's a
really
life
capable.
of commitment.